Hello everyone, it's Vas Hadzelis from Core TV. I have just caught Jess Mazzocato. She's fresh off the stage here at the REIQ Property Management Summit, and I wanted to share with you some of the things that she's touched on here today at the conference. Jess, thank you for joining us.
No, thanks for having me, Vas.
It's a pleasure, thank you. Today was fantastic. You spoke quite a lot about technology in your business and how it's essentially changed how you conduct managing and leasing property. Can you share with us a little bit around what exactly you've implemented and what does all that look like when it comes to technology in your business?
Yeah, absolutely. So my topic today was why Gen Y. So what sets us apart, because a lot of people will sort of think Generation Y, when you're trying to win business or, trying to manage property, people automatically, they're like, well, you're young, you don't actually know what you're doing, you don't know what you're talking about. Whereas I've put a whole new spin on it, like we're young, we're amazing, and we're so much fun.
Yeah.
So today, as you know, I spoke a lot about technology. One of the key points that I really tried to get across was don't implement technology for the sake of implementing technology. There are things that work, there are things that don't work, and I've seen a lot of people get really caught up in trying to implement all of this technology, and it just costs them time.
Yeah.
They just spend so much time trying to figure it out, it doesn't sync, blah, 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 blah. So I guess for me, I've actually been really fortunate where, as you know, I own my own business, so I get to call the shots, which is fantastic. And I've actually had a staff member who works for me is very good at technology. So no matter what it is, and he's actually developed our own software.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
And software around particularly?
So software around, I guess, new business. So I'm able to go out to a new business meeting and Tim will know exactly when I've left their house.
Wow.
And they'll get a text message from me straight away, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool. And I guess that shows the client above and beyond you being, energetic and really want to lease and manage the property because of the passion that you exude.
Yeah.
The fact that you're also innovative.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's one of the things. The other one is routine inspections. So no matter how many people I asked, everyone came back to the whole, doesn't sync. It just doesn't sync. Or you go out there, you type it. Oh my God, I've gone out and done like 3 entry condition reports.
And the thing freezes or...
And you get back to the office and you're like, none of it's worked.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
Yeah.
So, Tim's just put all of that into place for us. So that's amazing. Another thing that we really do and we really love technology is the fact that I've got a 100% virtual office.
Wow.
So Vash, you're friends with me on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
You're also, we're very good friends anyway. So we speak regularly and you never know where I'm going to be. So, people always say, do you even live in Brisbane anymore?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, actually, guys, I do. Yeah. But, I spend a lot of time on the Sunshine Coast. I spend a lot of time in Melbourne. And just wherever I want to be. I've got my niece, who's the love of my life, down in New South Wales. So I spend a lot of time there as well. So I need to have an office where I can work from anywhere.
Yeah.
So the only thing that literally stops me is new business appointments. Other than that, I can do everything virtually.
Physically want to and have to be there. Yeah.
Correct. But the great thing about investors is they don't all live in Brisbane. So there are a lot that I can do via Skype.
Just touching on that if we can, as much as a lot of what you spoke about today was around technology, are you finding that a lot more of your investors are out-of-towners?
Absolutely.
That, people aren't necessarily living in Brisbane,
yes,
but are buying investment property in Brisbane
because
of the fact that they're seeing the growth and the way in which rental yields are increasing.
Absolutely. So that's, you're living in Sydney. You can't afford to buy in Sydney. You just can't. It's ridiculous. So people come to Brisbane.
Yeah.
And then people in Melbourne, again, your average home in Melbourne, like I've got family and things in Reservoir Preston, they've got terrible homes. like the older generation, and they're worth $1 million.
Yeah, right.
So how can you afford to be buying investment properties in those areas? So people are moving to Brisbane, which is fantastic because I Skype them, and as I said to you, I spend a lot of my time in Melbourne, so I'm able just to catch up with them for a coffee. It's that mind-blowing service that sets me apart in my field is, you know, and when I'm in Melbourne and they've caught up with me on Skype, on FaceTime, we send really cool video messages as well, which is another great way that we are able to use technology. So sometimes if we're out at a routine inspection and we'll just send a quick MMS.
Yeah.
And you know, you do your classic selfie. Yeah. Hey guys.
Yeah.
Just finished at your house. Check it out. Yeah. I'll send you the routine inspection report in about 15 minutes. Can you get ready to have a phone call with me in about 30 minutes? Done.
It's a really interesting point, Jess, because a lot of property managers that I come across, I'd actually say across the country, that are similar age to what you are, and some are younger, some are older, but it's this next generation of property manager that we're seeing. And can you believe I still have the comment being, oh really, I don't think I want to do a video, or I don't think I'm all that comfortable doing a selfie. Or really, would you really record yourself and send a video to a landlord? Absolutely. And it's like, guys, you don't even know what the reaction's going to be unless you try.
Oh, exactly.
And it sounds like the feedback that you're getting is without a doubt sensational, that they're actually wanting and can now see what their property manager looks like. The geographical border doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, that's you're 100% right. So, you know, as I said to you, where a lot of our investors are interstate, and it's so funny when they meet you, they're like, oh my God, Jess, I know you so well. And you're like, yeah. And they're like, I see your face all the time. And you're like, great. That's exactly what I want. I've actually, I no joke, have been on a flight to Melbourne. Yeah. And got on the plane, and someone came up to me, are you Jess Mazzocato? I was like, oh my God, I'm a celebrity. And they're like, you're my property manager. Yeah. They wouldn't have known that. Yeah. They would not have known who I was. I wasn't in uniform. And that's cool. That's really cool to have that there.
It's just becoming more and more apparent that, you know, being in two different places in the country or wherever you might be, wherever your clients are, it just doesn't exist anymore. That whole geography of, you know, I live in Sydney, you live in Brisbane. Jess, tell me about how you use Facebook. You are forever on Facebook, and I know you work crazy hours, and your work ethic is second to none. But aside from all of that, you are always on Facebook. Now, is that something that you're personally doing, or do you outsource that? Are you actually the one that writes those comments?
Oh, Vass! I'm going to give you like my biggest secret.
Here we go.
So, it's not always me.
Right.
It just can't be.
Yeah.
You know, the way that I look at my business and the way that I run my business is there are dollar productive things. Yeah. So, my main role in the business is new business development. So, my average let fee is $500. My average rent is $500 per week. Therefore, my average let fee is $550. So, I'm worth $550 an hour. That's how I see it. Yeah. Then I've got my other BDM. He's $550 an hour as well. Then I've got my personal assistant, who's $32 an hour. And then it just works down and down and down. And as you know, I'm a huge fan of VAs. I've got a team. And they are worth $11 an hour. So why am I going to be sitting on Facebook?
Yeah, 100%.
No, I'm not. So, no, it's not always me, but I love it as well. I am really involved in Facebook, and we always Skype. The team and I were always on Skype. We always have Skype meetings. You know, the office runs like a normal office. It doesn't matter where I am. It doesn't matter where Tommy is. It doesn't matter where Eli is. It doesn't matter where Molly is. It doesn't matter. We're always on Skype, and we're like, okay, guys, you know, what's happening? What are we posting today? We're always running over those sort of things. So, yeah, it is a lot of fun. And another tip that I can give to you is I don't follow many agents on Facebook and Instagram and all of that because they annoy me so much with just listed.
Yeah.
just sold,
100%.
just leased.
Yeah.
It does my head in.
Yeah.
I'm not looking to buy anything, so I'm not engaging with you.
Yeah.
I literally see it and I scroll.
Yeah.
I do not care.
Yeah.
So I get so many referrals from Facebook, Instagram, believe it or not.
Wow. Is that through hashtagging?
Yeah. Hashtagging, absolutely.
Right. Yeah.
So there's so many referrals there, but I never ask people for the business. I will never, ever, ever ask them over Facebook. Obviously, if I'm in a BDM meeting,
Yeah.
you've always taught me, do not leave the house until you ask for the business.
That's it.
But, you know, even personally, people will often share the things that I post, and then I get random people adding me. I will accept them. And then they're always like, what do you do? And I tell them, everyone knows. Oh, yes, I was having dinner with my cousin yesterday. She hates her property manager.
Yeah.
You should call her. Fantastic. Would love to help. So, yeah, that's a little tip.
All through the power of social media, Facebook.
Yeah.
And just, I suppose, you know, one thing I have to say with your Facebook and Instagram pages is and your profiles is that, you know, like you said, it's not 100% focused on real estate.
No.
Or the property you've just leased or the property you've just listed, but it gives your followers and the people that like you on Facebook an insight into who you are, and how you are as a person. And I love the subtle banter that you have,
Molly,
you
yes,
know, with Molly. It's fantastic. But you know what? That humanizes you guys. It just shows that, you know, you're an office, you're a young, vibrant team that has a lot of fun, but also, you know, love what you do and do it well. So
I mean, in saying that as well, the humanizing side of it, everyone in my office, as soon as I make a mistake, it is on Facebook. As soon as I say a ridiculous thing, they're like, oh my god, put it on Facebook. So yeah, there's no hiding it.
Yeah.
And that's so real. My clients laugh about it all the time with me.
They
like the other night.
Almost part of the office.
Well,
they
are, and they feel like they know the staff because the other night I said to Molly, it was on Monday, it was a public holiday, and you know, of course, we all worked, and Molly was out doing an entry condition report, and you know how you have the days where you're like, okay, I'm literally done, I can no longer work. And I phoned her, I'm like, let's all go to the movies, we're going to order pizza. So we had a pizza party in the office. And she's always like, oh, you know, okay, I'll book it. I'm like, no, I'll book it. And I booked the wrong movie. And yeah, of course, straight on Facebook. So, yeah, everyone knows me.
For all the good things, there's the bad things, but there's a like and there's a like and there's a like and there's a like.
That's exactly right. And then one of my clients phoned me on the Tuesday and he said, oh, how was the movie? You know, and just had a laugh about it. So it was good. It gives you another point of, rather than having those classic phone calls, hi, it's Jess from Real Estate Precinct, how are you? Yeah, good. How are you? Yeah, really well, thank you. Just letting you know there's some maintenance at your property, give me $500. Oh, okay, alright. Okay, fabulous, bye. It's, hey, oh, how was the movie? Yeah, it was really good. Have you seen that movie? Haven't seen that movie, but I love this movie.
Bit of an
and then they're like, oh, you should watch this movie. Oh, I will. And then you phone them in a week for your happy call. Watch that movie. Oh my God, I loved it. It's just, you know, I mean,
it's a nice continuation there as well.
It is.
You know?
And Gen Y, coming back to that, you know, we're known as though we can't communicate. So many of my friends freak out when I phone them. I'm not a texter. If you text me, I won't reply for days. Everyone knows that. If you message me on Facebook, I'm not going to reply for days. Like, you just can't get me that way. If you want me, you call me. And I phone my friends, and they just don't answer. But they'll text me, hey, what's up? I'll phone them again. They don't answer. Hey, what's up? Sorry, I missed your call. And I'm like, seriously, do you guys not, like, do you not pick up the phone? No, they don't. But there's other ways to communicate.
Very, very interesting. I'd like to, if I can, as much as I want you here for another hour, we're going to wrap up on technology. But for the viewers watching right now around someone like yourself using technology and has completely revolutionized, I'll say, her business and doing what you do, what would be the one thing that you could impart on everyone watching around technology and what they could do right now to just start, because
Yeah.
a lot of the time there is a fear around it.
Yeah.
Everyone's in their comfort zone around how they've been doing things,
Yeah.
and they don't necessarily want to change that. So what would be one thing that you could say, if you did this and it was the first thing that you did around technology, do it now and see how it goes?
You'll get addicted.
Yeah.
Well, I want to give a tip, and that tip is, do not go and just ask everybody, what are you using?
Yeah.
Because things are going to work for somebody.
Yeah.
And things are going to not work for somebody.
Yeah.
So people have different offices. People have different staff members. Can you imagine, like, you know, sometimes I help out, you know, friends who own their own businesses and they're sort of not doing too well. And I'll go in and I'll try and help them. And, you know, if I went in and gave them all of the technology I'd use, and the senior property manager who's 60 tries to get onto that, if you know, sometimes she just won't get it.
Yeah.
So don't, like, so many people always say, what systems do you use? No, don't ask me that. Like, you need to figure out what you want. So you need to know your goal. What is it that you want this piece of technology to do for you? Work your way
backwards. Yeah.
So that's my tip, but I guess the first thing that you can start implementing is try and go to a virtual checklist. So it was so funny, sorry to pick on you here, when you text me and you're like, Jess, you need to get Google Keep. I'm like, that's, I've had it for 2 years. So that's how we have our checklist within our office. So it's, and even our daily to-do list. So we've got Google Keep, which is you just go to Google, literally Google Keep. And you can share checklists. So I know when you do training with Tommy, I think you guys have got a checklist in there that you share with each other. So you can literally see Tommy going, done. You can add things on. So I've got a daily to-do list. I've got a weekly to-do list. I've got a phone calls list. So I don't get phone messages via email anymore. It goes onto my Google Keep. And if I have to phone somebody by 2 p.m, whoever took that message will make it alert me at 2 p.m. And then I've got a to-do list with Molly, with Tommy, with Eli. So I can literally be like, okay, this is what we need to work on together. I've got a personal to-do list. I've got, you know, for those who know me, I've got a million projects. I do a million things at once. So I've got this project and this project and this project. So I'm all over it. And, you know, I was sick earlier this week and I didn't go to the office for one day because I was just so sick. If I'm not in the office, I want to be able to scan, okay, what is it that I have to do? And it's all there. I don't have to go, can someone send me my to-do list?
Yeah.
So that's my biggest advice.
And just touching on that a little bit as well, and I know we have to wrap up because you've got your next session to get to. But you guys use Google Drive, where in fact, all of your documents are virtual. Correct. So, you know, they're not sitting on a server where, you know, you've got a property management folder on the server where you can only access those when you're physically in the office. You can be anywhere in the world and log on to Google Drive. And if you wanted your new business, you know, appraisal document to send to a client because they've emailed you and them not knowing that you're in, you know, under the Eiffel Tower enjoying, you know, a glass of, you know, whatever it might be, but you're able to access Google Drive and send that document, fill it in, and then unwind them.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
You know, so it's just incredible. Jess, thank you so much for sharing with the viewers today about how to incorporate technology.
Yes.
If you weren't here at the REIQ Property Management Summit, you've missed out on seeing Jess up on stage. But we're going to check in with Jess as we progress with new episodes coming on Core TV. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you again, Jess.
Welcome.
And we look forward to catching up with you soon.
Absolutely. Thanks, Bess.
Thanks. Thank you, guys.